The next time someone is rude to you...
What is he wearing? Sorry, what did you say?
Number 1. Ask them to repeat themselves in a calm and confused tone.
I was just saying about what you're wearing today. And here's why it works so well.
When someone's rude, it's supposed to trigger a reaction from you, but when it doesn't and instead gets met with a calm response, most decent people will realise that what they said was a little harsh.
That was actually quite rude of me, he seemed quite nice. And then often rephrase what they first said as you shifted the discomfort back to them. Admit it, we've all done it once or twice.
But why do we get so triggered about something in the first place? Well, first, you need to, number 2, understand what's causing these triggers. And to do this, we need to go back to the beginning of the day. Always remember that anger is a secondary emotion, so it usually shows up to protect us from something deeper. For example, at 9 AM, a friend cancelled on Stephanie last minute, and deep down she feels hurt or rejected. But she took out on her friend, saying, "You're so selfish, you never think about me." Then at 10 AM, Stephanie was scared about getting her exam results back, so she snapped at her mum when she asked about them. And at 12 PM, somebody made a joke about Stephanie and she felt embarrassed. So instead of showing that, she took it out on a random stranger at the park.
I'm telling you this so that when you next get triggered, you can remember that it's usually never just about the comment or the person in front of you that's made you feel upset. I can take this off now. It's usually a sign that something deeper hasn't been fully acknowledged or healed. Going back to the examples earlier, this is what a deeper signal might be for you. And that's completely normal and okay. Acknowledging this will help you learn more about yourself and understand the root cause of your frustrations to help you work on yourself and respond to them better. Now, in my personal experience, when I feel myself getting really triggered, I like to use 3 different response techniques.
The first is to, number 3, use personal experience responses. When somebody does something to trigger you, it's normal for us to want to respond with,
"You really embarrassed me yesterday in that meeting. How did I embarrass you in this meeting? Why are you blaming me?"
But this is not the way to respond, as you are blaming the other person, which will, of course, trigger them.
Instead, shift the focus onto your own experiences. I'm going to be honest, I felt a little bit embarrassed yesterday in the meeting after I didn't feel like my ideas were being acknowledged or listened to. Yeah, no, I understand. I'm really sorry that you felt like that in the meeting. I didn't mean for that to happen. Do you see how much less triggering that sounded, especially for the other person, because I'm not directly attacking them saying, "You made me feel like this." I'm sharing my own personal experience. So I'm saying that I felt like this, not that they made me feel like this, so they respond in a much calmer way. The second best way to respond to triggering thoughts is to...
Number 4, realise that you can choose your next thought.
If you want to truly master your emotions, you need to notice them as they arise.
For example, when somebody cuts you up in traffic, notice how you naturally get frustrated or angry straight away.
What are you doing? You're so stupid. Why did you pull in front of me?
That's completely fine, and you shouldn't be worrying about that because you can't always control how you feel in a situation. But you can control how you act or respond to it, as you are not the emotion, you're just feeling an emotion. So rather than responding angrily to it, take a deep breath, acknowledge the feeling of anger, and choose how you want to feel next.
You know what? I'm not going to let that bother me today. I'm going to have a good day. It's okay. It's fine. This happens. Another fun way to do this is to stop assuming the worst and start assuming the best in people.
For example, a slow driver might be driving slow because they got a baby in the back for the first time. And a person who's just cut you up in traffic might just need a really massive When you think about it like this, you actually will start smiling when these things happen because you assume people mean well instead of being pricks on the road.
So remember, you are not your anger, fear or sadness. You are how you respond to it. Now the final method to use is the 3-day rule. Why have I still got this on?
The truth is, how you respond to triggered situations can literally save your relationships and friendships with those around you, as I've also learned the hard way that words are very hurtful and can be forgiven but not always forgotten. So to prevent this from happening, I like to give myself 3 days to properly allow myself to respond to a situation.
The beach is somewhere I personally like to come when I'm feeling a little bit stressed and heated in the moment. I need a little bit of time, but let me clarify what this 3-day rule means. Now, if you're in a relationship or a friendship and there's something small you're arguing about, obviously don't give it 3 days.
But to make big decisions, if you're thinking of breaking up with somebody, you're thinking about whether you can see a future with a friend or whether this person is going to be a friend in your life, you need to give yourself 3 days, not just straight after a big argument you've had with that person. That's what the 3-day rule is. So it might sound crazy, but next time you're feeling triggered, say something as simple as, "Look, I'm sorry, I don't mean to take it out on you, I'm not annoyed at you, I'm just a bit annoyed at the situation, alright? So I'm gonna have some me time, okay?" That is all you need to say to give yourself some breathing space and not say something you might really regret in the future. Remember, learning to do all these is never an overnight process, but with practice you will smash this and learn to get triggered a lot less. So thank you. Go outside and give this a go. You've got this.